Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Mathematics JEE. In this video, we are going to discuss question 4 of paper 1 of JEE Advanced 2025. Okay, so let's proceed with this question. This is again a single choice question of plus 3 minus 1 marking scheme. It says consider the matrix P equal to this matrix. Okay, so P is a diagonal matrix. Let the transpose of a matrix X be denoted by X transpose. Okay, then the number of 3 by 3 invertible matrices Q with integer entries such that Q inverse equal to Q transpose and PQ equal to QP is what? Okay, so we have four options. Let's count this number of matrices. Okay, so we can assume this Q to be something like A, B, C, then D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, so we have nine variables here: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Right. So then we can multiply PQ and then multiply this to get QP. Okay, so then we equate so that we can find the relation between these numbers. Okay, so let's find PQ will be 200 020 003, right, times A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So this will be 2A, 2B, 2C, then 2D, 2E, 2F, right? Then we have 3G, 3H, 3I, like this. Okay. So then we can find QP. QP will be ABC, DEF, GHI, then multiplied with this is 200 020 003, right? So this will be 2A, 2B, 3C, then 2D, then we have this as 2E, right? Then we have this as 3F. Then it will be 2G, 2H, 3I, right? So these two matrices are equal. That means we can say this is equal to 2A, 2B, 2C, right? Then we have this is 2D, 2E, 2F, and 3G, 3H, 3I, right? Now, if we compare element wise, we get that this is necessarily equal to this. That means A can be anything, right? B can be anything, but C must be 0, right? Because 3C equal to 2C, that means C equal to 0. So we get from here C equal to 0, right? From these two matchings. Then we have again this matching with this, right? That means F equal to 0. So then we have this matching with this, right? So G equal to 0. Then we have this matching with this, right? Then we have this H equal to 0. So we already determined four variables out of this nine variables. Okay, so now we have to check the combinations for other five variables. Okay, so let's find out. So Q matrix becomes this. Okay, A, B, then 0, D, E, 0, 0, 0, I, right? So determinant of Q will be I times AE minus BD. Okay, this is the determinant of this Q matrix. Now let us see the given information again. Okay, so Q inverse is equal to Q transpose. That means if we multiply both sides by Q, pre-multiply. Okay, so that means Q transpose, then Q multiplied with Q transpose. Okay, that means we get Q transpose is equal to identity matrix. That means this Q is an orthogonal matrix. Okay, that means we also must have Q transpose equal into Q equal to I, right? This you can verify using the same method. You just post multiply this Q matrix, okay, in this equation. So then we have Q as an orthogonal matrix, right? And we know the determinant of orthogonal matrix is always plus minus 1, right? you take determinant both side, so this will be determinant q will be plus minus 1, right? That means we got one equation from here. I times ae minus bd is going to be plus minus 1, that is for sure. Okay, so then if we try to find other conditions from this, okay, so we can say that the trace of qq transpose is equal to trace of q transpose times q, right? This is already we know sum of all elements of this q matrix. Okay, so this will be simply a square plus b square plus d square plus e square plus I square, right? Because all other elements are 0. So we have to have this a square plus b square plus d square plus e square plus I square equal to 3. Okay, so we have this second condition here. Now here is a very interesting thing, I would say, that a, b, d, e and I all are integers. Okay, now tell me, if these are integers, then this thing must be an integer, right? And if this thing is an integer and we multiply it with something other than 1 or minus 1, can it be equal to plus minus 1? No, right? Because let's say here ae minus bd is equal to some 2. Okay, then we multiply this number with something other than plus minus 1. Okay, so let's say we multiplied this with 4. So this will be a, that means LHS cannot be equal to RHS, so that case is not possible. That means we have this condition that this I must be either plus 1 or minus 1. Okay, this condition must hold true, right? Now let's find out from this equation that I square is 1, right? If I is plus minus 1, that means I square is 1. That means we have a square plus b square plus d square plus e square equal to, this will be 3 minus 1, right? So it will be 2. So this is equal to 2. Now see, these are positive numbers, right? Positive or can be equal to 0, this thing, right? But here right hand side is equal to 2. That means we cannot take such cases where let's say a square is 2, but that is not possible. So we take for example 4, right? And d square we take as something 9. Okay, and let's take this as this equal to 0. This case is not possible, right? Because a square equal to 4 and d square equal to 9, that means 13, but that is not equal to RHS. So we must have this a square, e square, b square or d square, a square, b square, d square, e square must belong to the set 0 and 1, right? This condition must also hold true. So then if we try the combinations, let us find. Okay, so we must satisfy the determinant condition, which is plus minus 1. So let's take the cases. Okay, let's take the case I equal to 1. So that means ae minus bd is 1 or ae minus bd is equal to minus 1, right? Two cases. So let's count. So we can say the elements a, b, d and e must belong to the set minus 1, 0 and 1, right? So we have here the different combinations. So let's take ae as 1 and this as 0. Okay, then again take this 0 and this as minus 1, right? These are two possible cases, and here also 0 and 1 and minus 1 and 0, right? So then for this case here, if we count, we have ae equal to 1. So let's number these cases for 1, 2 and then this is 3 and 4. Okay, so for 1 we have a, e, b and d, right? So this, for 1 we can say this will be, the possible combinations will be 1, 1, 0, 0, right? And for this case I is equal to 1, right? So then we have again, let's say minus 1, minus 1, then 0 and 0. Okay, and then it is again 1. Now for the second case, if we count, for the second case we have this as 0, 0 and this as 1, 1, sorry, 1 and minus 1 in this case, and it is equal to 1. And then again we have minus 1 and 1, right? These are these four cases. And for this case, we have A, E, B, D, and I. Okay. So I is again 1, 1, 1, 1. Again, four cases will be there. So AE is 0, 0, and this is equal to 1, 1, or minus 1, minus 1, right? Then again, we have this as minus 1, that means 1, minus 1, or minus 1, 1, and this as 0, 0, 0, 0. These 8 cases are there for I equal to 1. Now let's count for I equal to minus 1. Okay. So AE minus BD is equal to minus 1, and AE minus this BD equal to 1, right? So we can see by symmetry, this exact combinations will occur again here, right? But with different I values. So all these combinations of A, E, and B and D will be same. For example, you can take this case, A equal to 1, equal to 1, B equal to 0, D equal to 0, and then here the difference will be I equal to minus 1, right? So we can see here we had 8 cases, and here we also have 8 cases. So we can see these are equivalent cases. Okay, that means we have total, if we sum them up, we have total 16 possible cases. That means the number of such matrix Q will be 16. Okay, that means option C is going to be our correct option. I hope you understood that how we approach this question step by step. Okay, this was a beautiful question from permutations and combinations about this counting of matrices.